blood stains and baselines. Yeah. Westside nights, never sleep. Westside nights, never sleep. Rain falling hard on the cracked asphalt. Police lights flashing while the bass revolt. Smoke in the air from the back street ride. Chrome low riders slowly glide. Corner store buzzing at 2 a.m. Young killers outside with dead-eyed stares. Everybody chasing money and respect. Knowing one mistake, get your chain checked. Old heads talking wars from the 90s days. How the streets turn boys into early graves. Little kids growing up hearing gunfire sounds, thinking that's normal where they from now. And every baseline shaking the avenue walls. Feel like demons answering the call. That's why the city got a cursed heartbeat. Dark souls walking these concrete streets. Blood stains and baselines.
Neon tears in the rain.
Cold hearts moving silent
While drowning in pain.
Blood stains and baselines.
Smoke drifting through the dark.
Everybody got nightmares
Buried deep in their hearts.
Summer heat mixed with police sirens loud. Helicopters circling over the crowd. Liquor bottle shattered near the train tracks. Another soul lost and never came back. Mothers crying underneath apartment lights, praying they kids survive the night. Meanwhile the city keep moving cold. Another funeral before 20 years old. New stations filming yellow tape scenes, but never show what the trauma means. Never talk about the fear inside, or why these young souls choose to ride. That's why the bass hit different at night. Feels like rage under neon lights. So when the subwoofers crack the boulevard, you can feel death breathing hard.
Rain keep falling.
Smoke rise slow.
Another young soul.
Nowhere to go.
Now the city feel haunted after midnight. Ghost memories under street lights. Truth is most of these young boys lost, but way before they knew the cost. And behind every cold stare usually fear, hidden underneath smoke and tears. That's why these nights still echo deep, deep. But some scars never leave. So this for every soul stuck in the rain, trying to survive all this pain. And every mother still praying above, hoping someday these streets find love. Blood stains and baselines.
Neon tears in the rain.
Cold hearts moving silent
While drowning in pain.
Blood stains and baselines.
Smoke drifting through the dark.
Everybody got nightmares
Buried deep in their hearts.
Blood stains and baselines.
Another night, another scar.
Brothers turn strangers. Yeah. Funny how loyalty disappear when money show up. Back then we was kids stealing beers from the store, running through alleys trying to dodge the law. Same two hoodies, same dreams, same block, talking about getting rich before the clock stopped. We used to sit on rooftops after dark, listening to old tapes in a stolen car, saying one day we leave the city behind. Swore nobody would get left behind. The money came slow, but it changed things fast. Little jealousy started showing that last. Fake smiles at the table while we counting cash. Everybody wondering who gon' stab first. One night a deal went bad near the motel stairs. Bullets hit walls, people screaming everywhere. I look behind me trying to find my friend. real different when it come from your crew. After that night, something changed in my soul, made my heart colder than before.
Brothers turn strangers,
Neon tears in the rain,
loyalty disappear fast.
When survival changed,
Brothers turn strangers,
smoke drifting through the dark,
some scars never heal.
they stay inside your heart.
Once past slow, paranoia got real. Sleeping with a pistol near the wheel. Couldn't trust nobody from the old days. Too many snakes wearing friendly faces. Heard my old friend now running with rivals, talking my name, trying to boost survival. Funny how the same dude who shared my pain now wanna see me buried in the rain. One night we crossed paths at a gas station. Both froze, silent from the tension. No word smoking, just cold eye contact, like two dead souls brought back. And for a second I remember back then, two young kids trying to survive the chaos before greed and fear destroyed the bond, before the streets turned hearts numb.
Rain on the windshield, old memories burn, burn, burn. Sometimes loyalty dies and never return, turn, turn, turn.
Years later now I ride these streets alone. Most real ones dead or gone. The truth is, the streets never loved nobody. They just use pain to build somebody.
I've seen brothers switch for money and fame, seen mothers cry over gang wars and chains, seen tough dudes break inside after watching childhood friends die. That's why these nights still echo in my brain. Bass lines mixed with trauma and rain, and every neon light through the smoke remind me how fast loyalty broke. So this for every soul betrayed by their own, every kid that grew up too cold, and everybody still trying to heal the past while ghosts keep following
Brothers
back.
turn strangers,
Neon tears in the rain,
loyalty disappear fast.
when survival changed,
Brothers turn strangers,
smoke drifting through the dark,
some scars never heal.
they stay inside your heart.
Brothers turn strangers. The streets don't destroy you all at once. They do it piece by piece.
No love in the set. Yeah.
Everybody scream loyalty. Till pressure hit. First time I got jumped in, I was 16. Bloody nose, busted lip, but my eyes still mean. Whole hood watching from the parking lot lights, try and prove I belong that night. After that it was missions and backstreet rides, spray paint cans and loaded 45s. Late nights hiding from police raids, thinking gang signs made us safe. Me and Carlos used to move like brothers, same enemy, same stolen summers. His moms treated me like a own kid, back when life still had innocence. Then cocaine money started changing the block. Everybody got greedy when the cash got hot. Little whispers started floating through the crew, questions about who was staying true. One night somebody tipped police off, whole stash house hit, everything lost. 3 homies locked, 1 got shot escaping. Everybody knew somebody was snaking.
No love in the set.
Neon tears in the rain,
The streets turn brothers cold.
so nobody stay the same.
No love in the set.
Smoke drifting through the dark,
Everybody got demons, demons.
buried deep in their heart.
Yeah. Rumors spread fast through the neighborhood blocks. People pointing fingers while carrying Glocks. But one name kept floating through the smoke. Carlos, my day one, bro. I ain't wanna believe what the streets said, cause we survived too much together back then. But deep down something felt wrong inside. Every time he looked me in the eyes. Then one night at the corner liquor store, I saw him whisper Ignoring the rivals at the door. Same hoodie, same voice, same face, but loyalty gone without a trace. That pain hit harder than bullets fly, cause enemies don't know your whole life, but betrayal from somebody you love leave permanent scars inside your blood. Rain keep falling, falling.
Street light shit.
Some people switch sides.
When pressure break. No love in the set.
Yeah. Years later, now the block still cursed. New young kids making the same mistakes first. Joining gangs, searching for family and respect. Not knowing pain, what they really get. Carlos got killed 2 summers ago. Drive-by shots outside a corner store. And when I heard it, I just stayed numb, like my emotions already gone. Cause truth is the streets don't love nobody. They just build trauma inside somebody. And every baseline shaking through the night bring back memories under red light. So this for everybody betrayed by their own. Every kid that grew up too cold. And every soul still carrying pain while riding slow through the rain.
No love in the set.
Neon tears in the rain.
The streets turn brothers cold.
To nobody stay the same.
No love in the set.
Smoke drifting through the dark.
Everybody got demons.
Buried deep in their hearts.
No love in the set.
No love in the set. The streets teach loyalty, then punish you for believing in it.
Rain on the west side. Yeah.
Cold streets under faded neon. Rain dripping slow from the rooftop edge. Young souls outside standing close to the ledge. Mama in the kitchen with the lights turned low. Every loud siren make her anxiety to grow. Old low riders parked by the market lights. Smoke floating heavy through endless nights. Everybody talking tough near the crew, but deep down everybody broken too. My boy Fernando wanted out real bad. Wanna leave the city and make his mom glad, but pressure came hard when the money ran dry. Now we outside every single night. That's how survival slowly poison your brain. Turn hope into anger and love into pain. And every baseline shaking through the avenue. I feel like dead friends speaking to you. Rain on the west side.
Neon tears in the rain.
Young souls chasing freedom.
While drowning in pain.
Rain on the west side.
Smoke drifting through the dark.
Everybody had trauma.
Deep inside their heart.
Yeah. Summer nights with helicopters overhead. Little kids hearing gunshots before bed. Growing up the violence every passing year. So funerals feel normal here. One night Fernando never made it home. Now his mama sitting silent alone. Old photographs laying near the couch. While tears keep falling from her mouth. News stations called it another homicide. Then forgot his face by sunrise. Never talked about the stress he survived, or how depression slowly changed his mind. That's why the city feel colder every year. Too many lost souls disappear. And when the subwoofers rumble through the dark, you can feel ghosts moving through the park.
Street lights flicker. Cold rain fall. Another dream fading. Another mother call.
Yeah. Now I cruise slow through the blocks I survived, thinking how many real ones lost their lives. Truth is, most of us was just scared kids trying to survive places toxic as this, and behind every gangster usually fear, hidden underneath smoke and tears. That's why these nights still echo in my sleep. Some scars buried too deep. So this for every lost soul in despair, breathing smoke mixed with midnight air.
And every mother still praying above, hoping someday these streets show love.
Rain on the west side.
Neon tears in the rain.
Young souls chasing freedom.
While drowning in pain.
Rain on the west side.
Smoke drifting through the dark.
Everybody had trauma.
Deep, deep, deep inside their hearts.
Rain on the west side. Rain on the west side.
Some storms never end.
Nights full of static. Yeah. Voices in the baseline. Nights full of static. Nights full of static. Yeah. Voices in the baseline.
Static from the speaker shaking up the whole street. Smoke clouds rising while the cops creep. Mama hearing engines outside past midnight, praying the sun don't vanish tonight. Old friends sitting on the hood of the car, talking about life underneath the stars. Everybody acting numb to the chaos and stress, but the city leave permanent weight on your chest. My boy Raul used to dream of escaping west side, wanted ocean views and peaceful nights, but bills piled high and the pressure got colder. Now we carry problems on his shoulders. That's how the streets slowly drain your soul, turn young hearts empty and cold. And every bass line echo through the avenue, sound like ghosts trying to talk to you.
Nights full of static. Neon tears through the rain. Young souls feeling hopeless. Night trying to bury the pain. Nights full of static. Smoke drifting through the sky. Everybody searching peace. Why the city let them die? Summer nights with helicopters overhead. Little kids hearing gunshots before bed, growing numb to violence every passing year, till funerals become normal here. One night, Raul disappeared near the train tracks. Now his mama waiting, knowing he ain't coming back. Old voicemails playing softly in the dark, while tears keep falling in the apartment park. News channels called the gang-related grime, that forgot his face by the next night time. Never talked about the stress inside his brain, or high depression mixed with pain. That's why these nights feel colder than before. Too many memories tied to wall, and when the subwoofer shake the boulevard, you can feel lost souls moving through the dark. Rain on the windshield, smoke in the air.
Another dream fading
like nobody cared.
Rain on the windshield, smoke in the air. Another dream fading like nobody cares.
Now I ride through the city deep in thought, thinking how survival came with battles fought. Truth is, most of us was just scared inside, trying to survive while swallowing pride. And behind every gangster, usually pain, trauma buried deep inside the brain. That's why these nights still echo in my sleep. Some wounds cut forever deep, so this for every lost soul in despair. Breathing smoke mixed with midnight air, and every mother still praying above, hoping someday the streets show love.
Nights full of static.
Neon tears through the rain. Young souls feeling hopeless. Trying to bury the pain. Nights full of static. Smoke drifting through the sky. Everybody searching peace. Why the city let them die? Nights full of static. Nights full of static. Some voices never fade. Nights full of static. Nights full of static. Midnight echoes.
Yeah. Voices through the bass line. Midnight Midnight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Midnight. Midnight echoes. Yeah. Voices through the bass line. Rain falling slow on the west side streets. 808s knocking hard with the heartbeat. Mama hearing sirens from the kitchen again, praying the sun don't fall. Victim to sin. Old homies outside near the corner store talking about pain they can't hide anymore. Everybody laughing loud, trying to act alright, but depression hit hardest after midnight. My boy Ramon wanted out the city fast, wanted to leave the violence buried in his past, but Rick stayed duped and the pressure got colder. Now we carrying weight on his shoulders. That's how the hood slowly darken your soul. Turn warm hearts, empty and cold, and every subwoofer rattling through the block. Feel like trauma knocking non-stop.
Midnight echoes.
Smoke drifting through the rain. Young souls moving reckless.
Trying numb the pain. Midnight echoes.
Neon tears in the dark. Everybody hide scars.
Deep inside they are.
Yeah, yeah. Summer nights with helicopters overhead. Little kids hearing gunshots before bed. Growing numb to violence every year. Till funerals feel normal here. One night Ramon never answered calls. Now his picture hanging across the walls. His mama still crying beside the phone, praying somehow he coming home. News reports called it another street crime. Then forgot his face by sunrise. Never talked about the stress in his chest or how he tried carrying everybody else. That's why these streets feel colder than before. Too many names lost the war. When the bassline shake through the avenue, you can feel ghosts riding next to you. Cold rain falling, candles burn long. Another soul fading, another mother alone. Now I cruise slow through the blocks I survived, thinking how many real ones lost their lives. Truth is most of us was just scared inside, trying to survive. Why? Swallowing pride, and behind every hard face usually pain. Trauma buried deep inside the brain. That's why the nights still echo in my sleep. Some scars cut forever deep. So this for the lost souls trapped in despair, breathing smoke mixed with midnight air. And every mother still praying above, hoping someday the streets show love. Smoke drifting through the rain. Young souls moving reckless.
Trying numb the pain. Midnight echoes.
Neon tears in the dark. Everybody hide scars.
Deep inside their heart. Midnight echoes.
Midnight.
Some sounds never disappear. Midnight echo.
Some sounds never disappear.
Lost in the low end.
808 shaking through the night. Lost in the low. Yeah. 808 shaking through the night. 808 shaking through the night. Bassline rumbling through the boulevard slow. Palm trees swaying while the cold wind blow. Mama hearing sirens from the apartment view. Praying every night I make it through. Homies on the corner with smoke in the sky. Fake smiles on their faces while they dead inside. Everybody chasing cash, trying to escape stress. But the streets leave permanent scars on your chest. My boy Leon used to dream about fame. Wanted neighborhood far away from pain. Started hustling nights just to help his moms. Now we barely sleep till the early dawn. That's how the city pulls souls underground. One bad move and your life shut down. And every loudspeaker shaking through the block sound like the whole neighborhood crying non-stop.
Lost in the low end.
808 tears in the rain.
Young souls moving reckless.
Trying to hide the pain.
Lost in the low end.
Neon lights and broken dreams.
Everybody chasing heaven,
but nothing's what it seems.
Summer heat with police lights flashing blue. Little kids outside not knowing what to do. Gunshots echo loud near the alleyway. Now another family crying through the day. One night Leah never made it home alive. Wrong turn, wrong people, wrong night outside. His mama still sitting by the TV glow, listening to old voice messages real low. News stations called it another homicide, then moved on before midnight arrived. Never talked about the pressure in his head or the dreams he carried before ending dead. That's why these streets feel colder every year. Too many memories mixed with fear. And when the subwoofers vibrate through the dark, you can feel lost souls moving through the park. Smoke through the avenue. Rain on the cold. Too many young kings, never making it home.
Now I ride through the west side deep in thought, thinking how survival came with battles fought. Truth is most of us was just trying to cope, looking for peace, money, love or hope. But trauma stay living deep in the brain, even long after escaping pain. That's why these nights still echo inside, like ghosts taking one last ride. So this for the lost ones, trapped in despair, breathing heavy smoke mixed with cold air. And every mother still praying above, hoping someday the streets show love.
Lost in the low end.
808 tears in the rain.
Young souls moving reckless.
Trying to hide the pain.
Lost in the low end.
Neon lights and broken dreams.
Everybody chasing heaven,
but nothing's what it seems.
lost in the
The bass never forgets.
midnight low riders. Yeah, chrome wheels under neon rain. Midnight low riders. Yeah, midnight low riders. Chrome wheels under neon rain.
Low riders crawling slow through the avenue. Bass shaking windows all across the block too. Mama by the curtains watching lights outside, praying the sun don't become another homicide. Old gangsta smoking while the night turned cold, telling young kids stories never fully told. Everybody chasing money trying to feel alive, but the city drain your soul just to survive. My boy Jesse had dreams bigger than the streets, wanted music peace somewhere he could breathe. But pressure got heavy when his pops got sick. Now we working late nights moving bricks. That's how desperation twists the human mind, turn hope into rage over time. And every loud 808 through the dark sound like pain beating inside the heart.
Midnight low riders, come reflections in the rain. Young souls riding slowly, trying to escape the pain. Midnight low riders, smoke drifting through the sky. Everybody searching heaven, why the city let them die? Summer heat mixed with sirens after dark. Helicopters circling over the park. Little kids still awake, hearing people fight. Growing numb to chaos every night. One night, Jesse vanished near the West Side Bridge. Now his mama barely need a crib. His little sister holding tears in her eyes. Still waiting for answers and reasons why. News reports turn pain in the headlines fast. Then forgot the story like it never passed. Never talked about the pressure on his chest, or how we carry fear without rest. That's why these streets feel colder every year. Too many memories mixed with fear. And when the bass line vibrate through the night, you can feel ghosts moving with the lights. Rain on throne, pain, pain. Candles in the wind, no wind, no wind. Another so long, so long, so long. Another life in. Midnight, midnight, low riders. Midnight, midnight. Now I drive slow through the city alone, thinking how the streets became another home. Truth is, most of us was just scared inside, trying to survive while swallowing pride. And behind every hard face, usually pain. Trauma buried deep inside the brain. That's why the night still echo in my sleep. Some scars cut forever deep. So this for every lost soul in the haze, trying to survive through violent days. And every mother's still praying above, hoping one day the streets show love. Midnight low riders, chrome reflections in the rain. Young souls riding slowly, trying to escape the pain. Midnight low riders, smoke drifting through the sky. Everybody searching heaven, why the city let them die. Midnight low riders, midnight low riders. The city keeps rolling, 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 rolling. Midnight low riders, Phantoms in the speaker. Yeah. Midnight rise through the smoke. Phantoms in the speakers. Yeah. Midnight rise through the smoke. Phantoms in the speakers. Yeah. 808 shaking up the boulevard again. Cold night air mixed with cigarette scent. Mama by the window praying low to herself, hoping the sun don't become another death. Old low riders parked outside the market lights. Homies telling stories through the middle of the night. Everybody acting fearless around the crew, but deep down, everybody broken too. My boy Angel wanted out the city fast, wanted leader, trauma buried in his past. But bills got heavy and the pressure got real. Now we riding armed every night with steel. That's how the hood slowly swallow your dreams, turn peaceful thoughts into survival schemes. And every baseline knocking through the dark, feel like ghosts talking through the sparks. Phantoms in the speakers, smoke drifting through the rain. Young souls losing themselves, trying to bury pain. Phantoms in the speakers, neon tears after dark. Everybody hide trauma deep inside their hearts. Summer nights with helicopters in the sky. Little kids hearing mothers cry. Gunshots echo through the avenue late. Another young life stolen by fate. One night, Angel never made it home. Now his mama sitting silent and alone. Old messages still saved in the phone, listening back while her tears keep flowing. News stations called it gang-related crime. Then forgot his face by sunrise. Never talked about the stress he carried daily, or how depression slowly changed him lately. That's why the city feel colder every year. Too many names disappear when the subwoofers vibrate through the street. You can feel lost souls moving with the beat. Rain on the windshield, smoke in the sky. Another soul fading. Another mother cry.
Yeah, now I cruise through the west side deep in thought, thinking how survival came with battles fought. Truth is, most of us was just scared kids, trying to survive places toxic as this. And behind every gangster, usually pain, trauma buried deep inside the brain. That's why the nights still echo in my sleep. Some wounds cut forever deep. So this for every lost soul trapped in despair, breathing smoke mixed with midnight air. And every mother still praying above, hoping someday the streets show love.
Phantoms in the speakers, smoke drifting through the rain. Young souls losing themselves,
Trying buried pain. Phantoms in the speakers, neon tears after dark.
everybody high trauma.
Deep inside their hearts.
Phantoms in the speakers. The dead still ride with the bass. Subwoofer confessions. Yeah. Hear the city breathe through the speakers.
Bass shaking hard through the apartment floors. Rain outside dripping by the liquor stores. Mama sitting tired with her hands locked tight, waiting for her son to survive the night. Old low riders crawling slow down the Ave, smoke in the air while the lost souls laugh. Everybody talking tough with pain in their eyes, cause the hood teach you young how to hide cries. My boy Caesar wanted music, not violence. Wanted peace somewhere far from sirens. But bills came fast and the pressure came quicker. Now we riding every night with dealers and killers. That's how survival slowly poison your heart, leave permanent darkness after dark. And every subwoofer rattling through the block, sound like trauma knocking, now stop.
Subwoofer confessions.
808 tears in the rain.
Young souls moving reckless.
Try, numb the pain.
Subwoofer confessions.
Smoke floating through the night.
Everybody chasing peace under broken lights.
Summer nights with police lights glowing red. Little kids hearing arguments before bed. Helicopters flying low across the sky, while another mother somewhere cried. One night Caesar never made it home. Now his little brother sitting all alone. Old pictures laying by the TV screen, trying to understand what death really means. News channels called it another homicide, then forgot his face by sunrise. Never talked about the stress in his chest, or how we carried everybody else. That's why these streets feel colder every year. Too many dead friends disappear. And when the baseline shake through the avenue, you can feel ghosts riding next to you.
Street lights flicker. Cold wind blow. Another soul gone. Another mother.
Now I cruise slow through the blocks, I survive, thinking how many real ones lost their lives. Truth is, most of us was just trying to cope, searching for peace, money, love, or hope. And behind every hard face, usually fear, hidden underneath smoke and tears. That's why the nights still haunt my sleep. Some scars cut forever deep. So this for the lost souls trapped in despair, breathing smoke mixed with midnight air. And every mother still praying above, hoping someday these streets learn love.
Subwoofer confessions.
808 tears in the rain.
Young souls moving reckless.
Try, numb the pain.
Subwoofer confessions.
Smoke floating through the night.
Everybody chasing peace under broken lights. Subwoofer confessions. The bass, remember everything. Shadows in the trunk. Yeah. Bass too loud for sleeping. Shadows, shadows, shadows. Shadows in the trunk. Yeah. Bass too loud for sleeping. Yeah. Subwoofers riding every window downtown. Smoke drifting heavy while the sun go down. Mama said the streets leave permanent scars, especially on kids raised around cop cars. Old Monte Carlo parked outside the stove. Homies talking pain they never spoke before. Everybody laughing loud, trying to act fine, while depression hit deep after nighttime. My boy Victor had dreams of escaping quick. Wanted to leave the hood before it made him sick. But pressure from the streets started closing in. Now we riding every night with trouble and sin. That's how the city trapped you little by little. One bad move and your life turned brittle. In every baseline shaking through the block, sound like the whole neighborhood heartbeat knock. Shadows in the trunk,
808s under neon sky.
young souls out in trauma.
Behind fake smiles,
Shadows in the trunk,
smoke floating through the rain,
everybody chasing freedom.
but ending up in pain.
Yeah. Summer nights with police lights glowing blue. Little kids hearing gunshots like it's normal too. Growing them to violence before growing tall. Watching broken families slowly fall. One night Victor never answered calls. Now his picture hanging all across the walls. His mama still crying late every night, praying somehow things turn right. News called it another homicide case, then forgot him by the next day. Never talked about the stress in his chest or how he carried everybody else. That's why these nights feel colder than before. Too many names lost to the wall. And when the bass hit hard through the avenue, you can feel ghosts riding with you. Rain hit the pavement, pavement, pavement.
Smoke in the air,
Another soul faded, faded, faded.
like nobody cares.
Slow through the blocks I survived, thinking how many real ones lost their lives. Truth is most of us was just trying to cope, looking for peace, money, love or hope. But trauma stay living deep in your brain. Even sunshine can't erase pain. That's why the nights still haunt my sleep. Too many wounds buried too deep. So this for the lost souls trapped in despair, breathing smoke mixed with cold night air. And every mother still praying above, hoping someday these streets learn love. Shadows in the trunk,
808s under neon sky,
young souls hiding trauma.
behind fake smiles,
Shadows in the trunk,
smoke floating through the rain,
everybody chasing freedom.
but ending up in pain.
Shadows in the trunk, shadow, 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 shadow. Shadows in the trunk.
Some memories, right, forever.
Run through the void. Yeah. Cold winds over the city tonight, night, night, night. like God still cares. Old friends outside need a liquor sign. Talking about pain while they pass the wine. Everybody acting strong around the crew, but broken souls hide behind tattoos. My boy Ramon wanted music, not crime. Wanna lead the West before running out of time. But pressure got heavy when his pops got sick. Now we outside every night taking risks. That's how survival slowly kill your peace. Turn dreams into stress on these dark streets. And every baseline shaking through the avenue. Ooh, feel like dead friends talking to you.
Run through the void.
Neon tears in the rain.
Young souls chasing freedom.
While drowning in pain.
Run through the void.
Smoke drifting through the dark.
Everybody had trauma.
Deep inside their hearts.
Summer nights with helicopters overhead. Little kids hearing gunshots before bed. Growing numb to violence every year, till funerals feel normal here. One night, Ramon vanished after 10. Now his mama barely smile again. Old pictures laying scattered on the floor. Why tears keep falling more and more. News channels called it another homicide. Then forgot his face by sunrise. Never talked about the stress in his chest, or how he carried everybody else. That's why these streets feel colder every year. Too many lost souls disappear. And when the subwoofers rumble through the dark, you can feel ghosts moving through the park.
Street lights flicker, 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 flicker. Cold rain fall, 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 fall. Another dream fading, 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 fading. Another mother gone.
Slow through the blocks, I survive, thinking how many real ones lost their lives. Truth is, most of us was just scared kids, trying to survive places toxic as this. And behind every gangster usually fear, hidden underneath smoke and tears. That's why these nights still echo in my sleep. Some scars buried too deep. So this for every lost soul in despair, breathing smoke mixed with midnight air. And every mother still praying above, hoping someday these streets show love.
Run through the void.
Neon tears in the rain.
Young souls chasing freedom.
While drowning in pain.
Run through the void.
Smoke drifting through the dark.
Everybody had trauma.
Deep inside their hearts.
Run through the void. Some nights never let you escape. Ghosts under neon.
Ghosts under neon. Yeah. Another cold ride through the city. Rain on the windshield, smoke in the breeze. Young souls outside with blood on their sleeves. Mama hearing sirens from the apartment floor, praying her son walks through the door. Old low riders gliding slow through the haze. Street corners trapped in the same old maze. Everybody acting hard near the crew, but broken hearts hide behind tattoos. My boy Miguel wanted peace, not war. Wanna leave the west side forever for sure, but pressure came fast when the money got tight. Now we outside every single night. That's how survival slowly poison your mind. Turn good souls cold overtime, and every baseline shaking through the avenue. Feel like dead friends speaking to you.
Ghosts under neon.
Neon tears in the rain.
Young souls chasing freedom.
While drowning in pain.
Ghosts under neon.
Smoke drifting through the dark.
Everybody had trauma.
Deep inside their hearts.
Summer
Summer nights with helicopters overhead. Little kids hearing gunshots before bed. Growing numb to violence every year. The funerals feel normal here. One night Miguel never made it home. Now his mama sitting silent alone. Old photographs laying near the couch. While tears keep falling from her mouth. New stations called it another homicide. Then forgot his face by sunrise. Never talked about the stress he survived or how depression slowly changed his mind. That's why these streets feel colder each year. Too many lost souls disappear. When the subwoofers rumble through the dark, you can feel ghosts moving through the park. Street lights flicker.
Rain hits slow.
Another dream fading.
Another soul gone.
My crew slow through the blocks, I survived. Thinking how many real ones lost their lives. Truth is most of us was just scared kids trying to survive places toxic as this. And behind every gangster, usually fear. Hitting underneath, smoking tears. That's why these nights still echo in my sleep. Some scars buried too deep. So this for every lost soul in despair. Breathing smoke mixed with midnight air. And every mother still praying above, hoping someday these streets show love.
Under neon,
Neon tears in the rain.
young souls chasing freedom.
While drowning in pain.
Ghosts under neon,
Smoke drifting through the dark.
everybody hide trauma.
Deep inside their hearts.
Ghosts under neon. Some spirits never leave the streets. City of lost angels. Yeah.
Midnight smoke over the skyline.
Young souls wandering through endless nights. Mama at the window with fear in the eyes. Every loud siren sound like somebody died. Old low riders rolling slow through the haze. Street corners trapped in the same old maze. Everybody laughing loud, trying to seem alright, but depression hit hardest late at night. My boy Antonio wanted music, not crime. Wanted to leave the city and change his life, but pressure came hard when the bills got late. Now we outside every night moving weight. That's how survival slowly poison your soul. Turn warm hearts empty and cold. And every bass line knocking through the avenue. Feel like dead friends speaking to you. City of lost angels. Neon tears in the rain. Young kings chasing heaven while drowning in pain. City of lost angels. Smoke drifting through the dark. Everybody had trauma. Deep inside their hearts. Summer nights with helicopters overhead. Little kids hearing gunshots before bed. Growing up to violence every passing year. Till funerals feel normal here. One night Antonio never made it home. Now his mama sitting silent alone. Old photographs laying near the couch. While tears keep falling from her mouth. News stations called it another homicide. Then forgot his face by sunrise. Never talked about the stress he survived or how depression slowly changed his mind. That's why the city feel colder every year. Too many lost souls disappear. And when the subwoofers rumble through the dark, you can feel ghosts moving through the park.
Street lights flicker.
Another dream fading.
Another soul gone, 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 soul gone. Now I cruise slow through the blocks, I survive, thinking how many real ones lost their lives. Truth is most of us was just scared kids trying to survive places toxic as this. And behind every gangster, usually fear hidden underneath smoke and tears. That's why these nights still echo in my sleep. Some scars buried too deep, so this for every lost soul in despair, breathing smoke mixed with midnight air. And every mother still praying above, hoping someday these streets show love. City of lost angels, neon tears in the rain, young kings chasing heaven while drowning in pain. City of lost angels, smoke drifting through the dark. Everybody hide trauma, 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 trauma deep inside their hearts. City of lost angels. Wait.
The night keeps calling. Broken souls. Smoke over the freeway. City lights fading through the rain. Smoke over the freeway. Yeah, city lights fading through the rain. Cold wind blowing through the avenue lanes. Young souls outside trying to bury pain. Mama by the window with the blinds half closed. Every loud siren make her body go fro. Old low riders rolling slow through the mist. Chrome shining hard while the smoke still drift. Everybody talking money, women, survival. But deep inside, everybody fighting spirals. My boy Ernesto wanted out the west side life. Wanted peace someday, maybe kids and a wife. But pressure came hard when his brother got locked. Now we outside every night near the block. That's how survival slowly darken your brain. Turn love into anger and dreams into pain. And every bass line knocking through the avenue. Feel like dead friends speaking to you. Smoke over the freeway. Neon tears in the rain. Young souls chasing freedom while drowning in pain. Smoke over the freeway. Cold hearts after dark. Everybody high trauma. Deep inside they heart. Summer nights with helicopters overhead. Little kids hearing gunshots before bed. Growing numb to violence every passing year. Till funerals feel normal here. One night, Ernesto never made it home. Now his mama sitting silent alone. No photographs scattered by the couch. Why tears keep falling from her mouth. News stations called it another homicide. Then forgot his face by sunrise. Never talked about the stress he survived or how depression slowly changed his mind. That's why the city feel colder every year. Too many lost souls disappear when the subwoofers rumble through the dark. You can feel ghosts moving through the park.
Street lights flicker,
Rain hits slow.
another dream fading.
Another soul gone.
No, over the freeway. No, over the freeway. Now I cruise slow through the blocks, I survive. Thinking how many real ones lost their lives. Truth is most of us was just scared kids trying to survive places toxic as dips. And behind every gangster usually fear, hidden underneath smoke and tears. Is why these nights still echo in my sleep. Some scars buried too deep. So this for every lost soul in despair, breathing smoke mixed with midnight air. And
every mother still praying above, hoping someday these streets show love.
Smoke over the freeway,
Neon tears in the rain,
young souls chasing freedom.
While drowning in pain.
Smoke over the freeway,
Cold hearts after dark. Everybody hide trauma deep inside they heart.
over the freeway. The city never stops bleeding.